Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We gonna talk something serious for all my ladies out there, for everybody in general who ain't mastered this technique yet. You need to learn how to master your emotions. You need to learn how to stop being so weak, fickle, and downright pathetic. So y'all get the point. Now let's get into the video. You know how it feels. Hey, it's your girl Tay, and welcome back to my channel. Here I give you your healthy dose of spiritual big sister advice to help you make the changes that have progress you forward for your highest and greatest good. Now, as I said, we talking about mastering your emotions. Y'all can't never get nothing done because you too caught up and stuck in your feelings. You can't never get anything that you want because you too caught up and stuck in your feelings. You can't manifest your dream life because you're stuck and caught up in your feelings. 2025, we're not doing that this year. 2025, we doing the hard things anyway, and we doing them despite how we feel. And I'm not saying you're neglecting how you feel, but you're doing them despite how you feel. Because the heart, as the Bible says, is deceitful. And also, the heart is going to want things that it wants. And you downright know in your mind that it's not conducive or beneficial to you, your success, your growth as a human, your growth as a person, your growth as a woman or a man. But since I'm a woman, I'm speaking to women because we do this too much. Y'all been going around and it is day 13 of the new year, and this is day number 12 of my art reflection series. And I'ma just be transparent. If y'all seen my previous video yesterday, y'all know I'm feeling a little down and out about my views, but I'm reminding myself it's not about that. It's not about the views. It's not about none of that. It's not about how I'm feeling because I'm not getting views. You can't be in instant gratification mindset. And outside of that, in terms of the people y'all got around y'all got people in y'all lives that are downright disrespecting you, neglecting your feelings, emotions, and all of the sorts. And because you so caught up in your feelings, you are stagnant because you putting all your energy into a dead thing. You are watering a dead garden. So I need y'all to step up out your feelings. And it's 5 ways you can do that. Number 1, be honest with yourself. Y'all over here still giving these people chance after chance after chance, still twiddling your thumbs in the same situation, be it a job, be it a career field you know you don't want to be in, whatever it is, working on projects you don't want to work on, staying in a house that you don't want to stay in. Be honest. Be honest about how it's making you feel. Give yourself the opportunity to feel what it's making you feel. Like me, like I said, my biggest challenge right now is because I'm constantly posting and I'm showing up, but I've been getting down and out because of my views. I felt that. I sat with it. I was honest with myself about that, which is why I could be honest on this camera with you guys today about it. But I was like, okay, I gotta think about all the people I draw inspiration from. They had to put in the hard work. If me wallowing in my pity and in my shame and in my negative self-talk, it's not gonna draw any type of success or accomplishment. Because why? I'ma sit here and be stagnant, cause yeah, I'm just over here letting how I feel narrate my life. And I did it all 2024, all 2023. I said at the top of this year, Gregorian calendar wise, I said at the top of this year, yeah, I'm not doing that this year. I don't care what I do, but I'm not doing that this year. So y'all need to be the same. Y'all need to be honest about how you feeling, and you need to make the decision today to not feel that way. Not saying you're not gonna feel that way eternally, but externally and mentally, you gotta make the decision and say, yes, I feel that in here, but I'm not claiming it in here. Like, stop letting your feelings narrate your life. Because most of the time, the things we feel, until we work that muscle a lot more, it's gonna be negative self-talk. Because why? We ain't worked on our negative self-talk or our negative self-beliefs to get out of that mindset. If you want to create your dream life, you got to work diligently, full effort into changing that. It's not gonna happen by a wish, hope, and a prayer in one day. You gotta do it constantly. And if you don't want to do that, then I don't want to say the thing you want is unattainable, but I am going to say the thing you want is going to either be prolonged more than it should be, or it's going to be a pirate version of what you wanted. And you don't want that. You don't want a false win. You don't need nobody to come save you. You don't need none of that when you could just save yourself. Do it yourself. Stand on your own 2 feet and build yourself. Number 2, you want to acknowledge and really start to move in action on getting the things out your life that is no longer bringing you joy, peace, positivity, happiness, growth, abundance, none of that. You need to start to remove these things out your life. If you're going to always hold this stuff in and hold it in your atmosphere, it's always going to take your energy. You ain't never going to have the energy or the creative space in your mind that you need to create your dream life. You always going to be that woe is me, victim mindset, pity party, cry me a river, I'm low down on the look, I ain't finna do this because they did this to me, I can't do this because I'm over here stressing about what the man did to me, I can't do this because I'm still thinking about what my mama said and did to me. You need to let that go. You done gave it enough time, enough space, enough opportunity, enough everything in your life to it played its course. Why is you still holding on to that? And yes, I know grief, or whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna say grief. I know grief because that's what it is. You can grieve a whole lot of different things. It don't just come down to death or a breakup. So grief takes its time, and grief never really goes away, right? But if you actively working on your grief, it does subside. It does get better. And with time, I ain't gonna say you're not gonna think about it in flashes in your mind, but it's not gonna be crippling. And a lot of y'all is letting your feelings about this situation ended, this person did me wrong, I feel just these particular self-beliefs about myself narrate your life, and it's keeping you stagnant and in the same place. Get off your feet. Get off your ass, get on your feet, and do what you need to do. That's why even when, you know, Lord forbid, somebody loses a loved one, if you in a real circle, they tend to recommend grief counseling, therapy, etc., etc., etc. It's stuff out there. But a lot of us just don't want to change. A lot of us don't want to do the work because facing what's going on and what's been happening in your life as a result of who you are is very hard to do. But you need to do it if you want to change and create your dream life. Like, you're not going to do it by putting in nothing, just hoping for something. It's impossible. It's non-existent. So you need to do what you got to do to get what you want and to manifest who and what you want to become. Number 3, you need to stop. Your lack of boundaries is the catalyst for why you always get your feelings hurt. And I'm gonna say that again. Your lack of boundaries is the catalyst for why you always get your feelings hurt. Speaking from his own experience too. I was always saying like, oh, why he do me like that? Why he always saying and treating me this way? Why he don't ever do this for me? Just speaking in terms of relationships, right? Me going back and doing the things I've been telling you in my last previous videos, and if you ain't watched my last 11 videos, go back and watch them because I'm giving gold-worthy content. Me reflecting on my past experiences in that relationship, right? He wasn't doing it because 1, I didn't require it. 2, I didn't make it a standard. 3, I didn't let him know he was pushing the boundary. 4, I allowed him to push the boundary. 5, my fear of running him off and making him feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Making him feel attacked, or I can't even put a good name on it. Just making him feel like I'm being argumentative or something, because that was the thought I had in my mind. I'm like, if I bring this up, he gonna feel like I'm being argumentative and I'm being very just naggy. I didn't want to be that girl. But my lack of boundaries and assertiveness behind my respect, my values, and what I need as a person led him to treat me below bare minimum. I'm gonna say that, below bare minimum. Led him to do below bare minimum. Led him to not respect me because I wasn't respecting me. So your lack of boundaries is the catalyst for why your feelings are always hurt. Because my feelings in that relationship was always hurt. And I hated it. Even with myself, my lack of boundaries, my lack of initiative, my lack of self-respect and confidence about myself led me to having my feelings hurt, lacking on my dreams, lacking on my goals, lacking the ability to get up and create my dream life. Like I said, I can't do that this year. That's why I've been sitting in front of this camera every single day. View or no view, 1 view, 2 view. I'm showing up because I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not letting the negative self-talk win. I'm not letting the pessimistic views win. I'm not letting my lack of motivating myself win. I'm gonna be my biggest hype man. I'm gonna be my biggest motivation. I'm gonna stand on business when it comes to my standards and the goals I have set for myself, because I have been too lenient and laissez-faire with my goals, my dreams, and my aspirations. And this year, I just cannot afford to do that. And I hope y'all doing the same, because your lack of boundaries and lack of standard and lack of upkeep and wherewithal about yourself is keeping you in the same place. It's keeping you stagnant. It's keeping you in poverty. It's keeping you just sleeping on yourself. And if you don't want to do that, you need to have boundaries. You need to have a standard. You need to have a direction, a vision, and a why. That is how you create your dream life. You need to have it. There's no way around it. You can't cook the corner. It's no shortcut. Only way to get through it is to go through it. Not over, not under. Through it. So, your lack of boundaries is the catalyst for your hurt feelings. Have boundaries and stick to them. Have a standard and stick to it. Have a why and a reason and stick and stand on it. Number 4, you're people pleasing way too much. You're not being authentic to who you are as an individual and as a woman. You trying to be a woman or a man of many capes and hats, and you trying to fill all these different cups, but you not taking the time to fill your own. You're depleted. You're exhausted. You're angry because you doing everything for everybody else, but you're not taking the time to do nothing for you, and that is why your feelings hurt. That's why you're in your feelings. You haven't mastered the art of giving from abundance. You giving from a place of lack. You being too self-sacrificial. And that is not how you navigate life. That is not how you get people to love you and respect you. If anything, that is a catalyst for people to disrespect you and dislike you and look at you with, God, I hate when I get on this video, my mind gets going blank. Look at you just like, why? I can't think of the word, Lord. It's like I get nervous and my mind gets going blank. But they look at you like, why? They look at you with disdain, if I can even call it that. They look at you like, why will you not let me do for myself? You are robbing a soul of their own purpose when you're constantly overgiving and overdoing. You rob them of the ability to grow. That person is gonna subconsciously hate you because you doing too much. And that's why a lot of women who taking care of these men, that's why the men treat them like that. You doing over and beyond for a man, and he walking on you and walking all up and down through you. That's why. You're not giving him the opportunity to be a man, and you're not giving him the opportunity to learn how to grow as an individual because you're doing everything for him. Stop doing everything. Stop doing everything for your for anybody. Stop the people pleasing. It's not getting you nowhere. And that comes from, as I learned with my own self-reflection journey, that comes from growing up in households where you felt like you had to walk on eggshells to get by. Where if mama or daddy wasn't happy, the whole house was in an uproar. At one point in time, it was needed, because I've done it, I've been there, I understand. At one point in time, it was needed. You did it as a survival tactic. It was very smart at the time and place that you did it back in the past. But now currently in your adulthood life, that is unnecessary, that is unhealthy, that is very counterintuitive to your success. And it's just not gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna make you the world's most loved person. It's not gonna make you Mother Mary. It's not gonna make you any of that. Saint Josephine, none of them. It's not gonna give you the best human award. It's not. So stop. Fill your cup first. Give from your abundance. And then that's when you can worry about filling other people's cups and doing things. This is a big one now. Doing things within reason. Now when you start giving from your abundance, don't let nobody start to walk over you. Because when you amass success and you amass different things in your life, you start to attract leeches. So you need to understand the difference. Do things within reason. And that'll be all to your discretion. But I hope you're doing the work to understand, oh, when it come up, this is not a person who really loves me, respects me, and the things I'm doing, and me as, like, me just overall as a person, because they're trying to use me. And this is a person who genuinely needs my help. You need to know how to distinguish between the two. Because if not, you still gonna be in a better position with that same mindset, people pleasing. And then, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna be back here at square one, trying to figure out how I could be better, how I could do better, and how I can manifest the things that you want to manifest, because you're gonna end back up right here. So don't do that. Stop the people pleasing. It's unnecessary. Satisfy you as a person. Stop trying to live your life for other people. And learn you. And master your emotions to not always be beat down and battered when people share their opinions about what you're doing, or when people trying to tell you what to do and you just allow it because you don't have no backbone, because you're afraid and you scared of rocking the table or rocking the boat a little bit, shaking the table and rocking the boat. You scared. Stop being like that. You're a grown woman. You're a grown man. Do what's best for you, because at the end of the day, mama and daddy live their life, grandma lived their life, shoot, your aunts and uncles lived their life. They made the life that they wanted. If now one of them ain't got a life that you desire to have, don't listen to their advice. You can listen, but not listen. Listen with your ears and don't take it into your mind and your heart. It's two different things, very big difference. Learn to distinguish between the two. And then finally, you need to just overall stop letting every little thing, every situation you in, every person you meet, every job you take on, whatever, stop giving your all to it and stop letting it penetrate your heart. Everybody and every person does not need your heart. Everybody and every person does not need the most intimate parts of you. And yes, this can happen in jobs. This does not just pertain to relationships and friendships. Some people tie their worth, their complete worth, to their money, their cars, their house, their clothes, the friendships they have, the relationship they have, the job they have, their looks, whatever. Stop tying that to your heart and to your worth. If you was to take all that away today, can you identify yourself? So a good way of learning to master your emotions is you gotta master being able to identify yourself. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you desire? Do you know why you desire it? Now you could go back in my other previous videos, and that's going to help you uncover those things, because it's going to give you a sense of the idea of what to do, what to write, what to think about when you answering these questions. And you just gotta stop. Like, that job don't make you who you are. That man don't make you who you are. That house, that car, them friends, none of it make you who you are. Who are you at your core? Because when these people leave, you won't be so beat down and hurt and tattered and drugged through the mud and dragged to hell and back. You won't feel that way if you stop letting everything penetrate your heart and tying it to your worth. That's unnecessary. That's unhealthy. And it's downright foolish. As I said in my previous video, a fool, and the Bible says it too, a fool casts his jewels among swine. You throwing your whole worth into a human, an item. You have made that person or that item your God, when God told you to look to him for salvation. No wonder you so freaking hurt. No wonder every time somebody leaves, you knocking the air out your lungs. You can't breathe. You disappear for 3, 4, 5 years. Cause you're shamed. Cause you feel like you lack an identity because this person or this thing is gone. Of course you don't know how to take control of it and take action over your life. Because you was letting somebody else be the narration of it. Or something else be the narration of it. Your money was your whole personality. That man was your whole personality. What you think? Yeah, when they gone, your feelings gonna be hurt. Yeah, when they gone, you feel like you dying. And that shows a lack of emotional intelligence. That shows a lack of sense of self. That shows a lack of self-esteem. That shows a lack of self-worth. That shows a lack of self-confidence, self-awareness, a lack of love. That shows all that. So of course your feelings gonna be hurt. Of course you down and out and you don't know when you gonna get back right. Of course. But in 2025, you don't need to be doing that. Excuse me, I ain't trying to cuss in this video, but that's some weak hoe shit. That's some real weak bitch shit. So get off the weak bitch shit. It's played out. You're not a victim. And to people who really are victims in real situations, y'all know what I mean. Y'all know. I'm not discrediting your situation. But don't let that situation be a narration of your life. They call you a survivor for a reason. It's a testimony for a reason. You can help somebody else with your light in your life if you learn to master your emotions. Stop letting these negative emotions run your life. Stop letting these negative feelings run your life, like fear, anxiety, shame, lack of self-esteem, lack of confidence. Stop letting that run your life. because you constantly letting it run your life, and you gonna get the exact life it give you. Like, it's unnecessary. It's foolish. And it's just downright pitiful. And you're not a pitiful person. At least you don't have to be. So do the work on yourself to put yourself in the position that you want to, and learn to master these emotions so you don't sit here and let life just go by. Y'all see me. Go back and watch my other videos. I didn't hardly speak this confident or this clear. I didn't hardly feel like I knew what I was talking about, but I had to think like, girl, you putting the work in your life, and you also doing the work on yourself, and you know a good bit of what you talking about because you live in it. So why is you showing up on this camera like you ignorant or uneducated or, you know, just timid and scared? Why is you showing up like that? I'm still working on it, but every day I conquer my fear when I get on this camera. Every day I conquer my fear when I'm out in these streets working to get to what I'm planning on in the background, which I am gonna tell y'all. But I wouldn't do that. I couldn't do that if I was still letting fear narrate me. Like I said, I'm accomplishing and working on goals that I done had on my vision board for years, that I've had in journals for years. But because fear, lack of self-esteem, lack of confidence, lack of self-worth, I was letting that run my life. I wasn't putting in no action to accomplish anything. So, get out your feelings. You need to make funds. And I'm not just preaching a message of material things. What I'm saying is you need to bank on yourself. Realize that those feelings are exactly that, feelings. A feeling can always be changed. A feeling is not solid. It's energy and motion, meaning emotions. That's exactly what that means. You need to learn how to give your feelings space, and you need to learn how to know what's true and not true, because the mind has a very funny way of making everything seem real. Look it up. It's a known fact. So, what you gonna do? This 2025, what you gonna do? Day 13. What you gonna do? So, that's all I got for today. But, like I said, stop being on that weak shit. And get up off your ass on your feet and do the work. Stop being lazy. You can manifest whatever you want to when you start to cut that bullshit out your life. Like I said, I didn't start seeing this type of stuff happening in my life until I started cutting people, places, and things out of my life that I did not need, want, deserve, or feel like was conducive to my success. When I started cutting those things out of my life, what you see here, I'm being consistent on YouTube. I told you I lost 22 pounds. I am at the doorway of a big goal that I've had on my like I said, in my books for years. I don't want to share it just yet, but the people who close to me, they know what it is. The ones who I know actually care and motivate me to know. They know. So yeah, if you resonated with this video, type in $256. That's what I'm getting. 256 in the comments down below. And also, let me know. Tell me what y'all struggling with. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me how my videos been benefiting you, or what you feel like I could work on. And yeah, just join me on this journey. We creating dream lives this year. We not being no weak simp. Just woe is me, life running over me women. We not doing that. We did that enough. You've been a victim enough. You've been a damsel in distress enough. And it's your big sister Tay, signing off with the advice for today. And if you resonated with this video, please tap the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post. And I'll see y'all in the next one.